Hello, Decatur High School, class of 2010. Did you really need to invite so many people? Wow. Right now, I feel both a huge sense of honor and an enormous desire to hide beneath this podium and hope you all go away. I'm proud to have the chance to speak for you, but I know it's just because I got good grades in high school. The truth is, I'm not qualified to be your spokesperson. Looking out at your faces, I recognize most of you, and yes, I passed you in the halls, but there are many of you I don't know. And of those I do know, most I don't know very well. I can't claim special knowledge of what these past 4 years have meant for you. The class that challenged me may have been easy for you. The music that annoyed me may have moved you. The people I never met may be the people you loved. We came from different places, and we took different routes to get here today. So I won't tell you what to think about your accomplishment. What I can tell you are my thoughts and hopes about what comes next. I'm sure you've heard people say that high school was the best time of their life. Right now, you might be thinking, oh well, I guess it's all downhill from here. Now, personally, I find that to be a depressing concept. So, here's my hope for me and for all of us, that we will not let our high school days be the best days of our lives. We've grown up in an age of disasters. Worse than that, an age of mismanaged disasters. We watched, too young to understand, as two towers were toppled. Then we watched as the two towers became two mismanaged wars. We watched Katrina devastate New Orleans because of ignored warnings and botched rescue efforts. More recently, we watched our nation and the world economies nearly implode. Today, we're watching as the oil spill in the Gulf threatens to become the largest man-made ecological disaster in history. We should not let these be the best days of our lives. These two most recent disasters were caused by the deadly sin of greed, as well as its lesser cousin, short-sightedness. The hedge fund managers, derivative salesmen, oil execs, and government regulators were all looking for short-term profit and power without any regard for the consequences of their actions. All they wanted was gold, and that's all they got. While I may not know you all personally, I've seen plenty of evidence that profit is not what motivates the Decatur High School class of 2010. Nobody paid our lacrosse team to make it to the playoffs this year. Nobody paid the scribbler or deck staff to work to be recognized for excellence by the GSPA. Nobody paid the indicator staff to make the yearbook the most graphically cohesive it's ever been. Nobody paid NHS or Key Club to volunteer at the blood drives and Special Olympics. Nobody paid the mock trial team to win the region for the 9th time in a row. Nobody paid the Hamlet cast and crew to break a leg, or Vincent Antonozzi to memorize more than 250 lines of Shakespeare. Outside of school, nobody paid M-Town to rap, or graphic to cartoon, or Isaac Seals to do nearly 600 hours of community service. Even that small list shows that we, as a group, have already done great things. And we did them because they were good things to do, because we loved them, and because they benefited other people. Even so, we must not let these be the best days of our lives. There's no guarantee that any one of us here is going to be famous or important, at least by celebrity standards. Most of us won't be, and chances are, none of us will. That doesn't matter. Today, I'm a valedictorian. After today, most of you will probably never hear a word about me again. But the same goes for the sports stars, the prom royalty, the SGA officers, the art and acting prodigies. We may never be this famous again, but all of us can still be influential. The temptation is to look at the past as a golden age. We do it as individuals, quickly forgetting our scratched knees and broken hearts. We do it as a society, complaining about the kids these days and their stupid music and violent video games. But if you take a look at the past, at our past, you quickly see there has never been a golden age. Our most ancient ancestors had to fight their way out of the primordial goo. Our more recent ones lived under dictators and died young from terrible diseases. And it wasn't so long ago that our society legally oppressed women and black people. Things are better today, but they aren't good enough. And it isn't the famous and prominent people who are going to change things. They may talk about it, but the real work is going to be done by us. We have to clean more trash, conserve more energy, be more nice, bake more cookies, love our enemies more, plant more trees, do a little better than the people before us. All right, I'm almost done, I swear. Sometimes the present can look pretty grim. At home, the economy is terrible. Abroad, no one has been able to stop terrorism. Meanwhile, pollution and global warming are slowly strangling the planet we live on. So maybe it should be no surprise that people are saying the world is going to end in 2012. But then, countless people have predicted the end of the world before. So far, they've all been wrong. We must not let them be right this time. Decatur High School class of 2010, let us make sure these were not the best